So in this chapter, what we'll be making is the line right here to the left. In the start of the next chapter, we'll duplicate this line and add the text down at the bottom. But for right now, most of this chapter, a lot of time will be spent on just placing points and tweaking them. So if you feel very comfortable with this, you're welcome to skip to the next chapter, or if you want a refresher, go ahead and watch. So I will hide all of this, turn this layer set down, and again I got the error because I had the word or everything in here selected. And what happened was I hit a hotkey, so I hit Z for zoom, but as long as I have something selected in here, it won't let me do that. So again, we'll suffer a beep. And now if I select this window, you can see that that is now not flashing in there. So I'll grab my pen tool and just start placing points. As I'm placing points, we got some practice with this before in making the shield. And one other thing, I'm going to undo this real quick. And this time I'm going to turn off shape and just go straight to path. So we'll try this again. As I'm laying down points, I need to keep in mind how a tangent is going to either break or stay nice and curved. How much of a span I can get away with without having to add another point. And I'm holding down the space bar to move around. So right here I've got a broken tangent, or a sharp corner. And even though the line here is kind of wompy-jawed, when I created it, I designed it intentionally to have nice flowing curves here. As I'm pushing and pulling these points, as soon as I place a point, I can start pulling its tangent. The problem with doing that is that anytime I place another point, I now have that tangent to contend with. Now it's relatively easy to clean up when you're working, but if you choose not to clean that up, then I don't recommend you smooth something out as you're working. See, I've got that squiggly going on right there. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Not too much to say right now. If I could sing, I would. Alright, so we finished the outline. One other thing we need to add right in here is what's inside this outline right now is all positive space. Or if we come over to paths and double click this, or excuse me, control select this, what we get is a selection. Let's go ahead and turn this into a path real quick. Call this line. Cancel this out. I made one of these before, so we'll delete the old one. Alright. Now if I add another path right in here, and now if I control select this, this is now negative space. This area right in here is now not selected. So phase one is done, and now we just need to go through and with the convert point tool start changing all the tangent values on these. Maybe reposition some of these points. So right here, this curve right here is a perfect example of how, like, I don't need one more dot right there. Like, I didn't need to place a point here. And that's because with the tangents, with the two of these fighting each other, the tangent of this point pulling it down, and this one pulling it up, it creates this S shape right in there. Yes, that was the wrong button. It looks like I accidentally hit V. So notice how I'm able to change the strength or weakness of this tangent. What I'm doing is I'm control selecting on this area right about here and pulling it in or out. And I'm changing the strength and weakness without changing the direction. So that way I know that I'm keeping a tangent in and out. Do it right here as well. Now if you're very interested in working with paths, Adobe has another very good tool for this called Adobe Illustrator. myself, I don't work with paths too much, but still find it very important to teach them. And that is the lion itself. So go ahead and save, and we'll see you in the next chapter.